Okay, so these are the couple of basic ad hoc commands. So Salt SSH is the main command which is delivered by Salt SSH package. Target mean your target machines, then your command and the arguments if you want to pass any. For example, if you want to do ping test for all the servers which are part of your roster or inventory, so simply salt ssh-i star mean all the servers test.ping. So test is module and ping is option of that particular module. In case you want to limit, like you want to do this particular action on a couple of selected servers, then you can use -l, which is to limit, let's say app server 1 and app server 2, comma separated value in quotes. So that's another way. If you want to filter the servers using expressions, let's say you want to say app server 1 and 2, you can do in this way. Use -e with salt ssh command and then your module and its option. And I have listed couple of other modules, basic modules. For example, if you want to check disk usage on target machines, simply run salt ssh star disk.usage. Disk is module, usage is one of the functions inside that module which will tell us, okay, this much space is utilized. Package module example, salt ssh pkg.install. Pkg is module, install is option or function. httpd is the package name. For network module, you can do it in this way, salt ssh star network.interfaces. And friends, salt also allow us to run shell commands on remote machine on multiple target clients at same time. So we can use cmd.run here like I have used, and you can pass your shell command which you want to run on target machine. If you don't want to use the module system, you can simply run with cmd.run. If you want more information on modules, you can check this particular web page. Let me open this page quickly to give one quick demo. Okay, so this is the module information page. These are the modules. This is description of modules, and this is like you can click on module where you want information. For example, let's say this disk module, I'm clicking here, which I'm using. So this is the module and these are the options: disk.dump, htpom, blk id to get block id, and there is demo like how you can utilize this particular module and its options. So how you can perform the changes, how you can check inode usage, everything is here, friends. So simply just search this web page if you want information about module. So let's start our technical session. In technical session, first we will have some practical on ad hoc commands. Then we will jump to the next part, which is our states, or you can say playbook kind of thing if you think in Ansible terminology. Okay, I'm on my server, which is my master server, and let me show you my roster file. Roster, I believe you remember, roster is inventory file where we define all the clients. So I got 3 clients. So let's run our first command. Let's test ping on target machine, which machine is up, which is down. So I'm running salt ssh -i test.ping. So friends, here app server 1 true, app server 2 true, db server 1 true. True mean servers are on network and salt ssh for this particular server can communicate with the minions or target clients. Okay, let's use some module. Let's use disk.usage module. So it will tell us what is the disk utilization on these 3 servers. So it returned. Okay, let me go one by one here. That's a lengthy output. App server 2 root. This is 1K block. This is available. This is capacity used. This is the file system. This is used. So it gave detail about all the file systems. And then next server, db server 1. So in that way you will get all the information. So let's have demo on network module. Let's say I want to check network interfaces on one server, db server 1. Okay, so this is the detail. It's 0, this is the MAC ID, this is the IP address is configured, this is broadcast, this is address, this is netmask, this is the IPv6 information, this is the loopback interface, and it's up true. So that's a way like you can grab information by using modules. Let's say I have to install one package on my target machine. Let's install on DB server only. So I can use pkg module, and let's do pkg install, and I'm saying install MariaDB. I'm not sure if package name is MariaDB, but I can open another session to this server. Its IP is 220, so we can go and have a look. Okay, this is my DB server. So let's script for Maria keyword. Yeah, MariaDB libs are installed, so I believe it is doing something. Let's rerun this command. Yeah, let's wait for this command to finish. Okay, if you see here, this command returned. It is saying this is the new package version which got installed, 1:5.5.52-1. Old, nothing. If SSH or Salt SSH upgraded package on target machine, then it will say, okay, old version was this one, this is new one, but this was the fresh installation. That's the reason only new package returned. So let's check on machine here. Okay, friends, if you got MariaDB got installed. So that's a way you can use package module on ad hoc basis to install package. Sorry for this. Okay, so this is done by a mistake. I closed my session. Let me reopen my session on Salt SSH master server. Okay, so next thing, let's run cmd.run, which as I mentioned, we can use to execute shell commands on target machine. So Salt SSH, and let's run on all machines, and cmd.run is the way to run shell commands, and I'm saying run df-h. That's it. Or let's df-h and date. Let's run these two commands and see what is the output. Okay, if you see on screen, we got output from all three servers. This is the df output here, and this is the date command output on all three servers. And let's say I want to run with debug. Sorry, typo here, debug. So if you want to debug the things, like how Salt SSH is communicating to target machine, how it is collecting information, how it is reporting information here. So this is the way. If you say, you can run the command in debug mode. So when I run command in debug mode, okay, it got information like these are the target machines from roster file. As I mentioned, this is default inventory file. Then it executed tasks on target machine, then it got output from first machine, second machine, third machine, and it displayed on screen on Salt master server. So that's a way like you can always use debug mode if you are troubleshooting something. Let's say your command is not working and you are not sure where command is getting stuck or command is broken, so debug mode can help you. So that was the way, friend, you can use ad hoc commands. And now let's begin for the states. Okay, friends, salt states or SLS. I'm repeating, salt states are also referred as SLS. So as I mentioned, salt states are used to automate the system setup and configuration in the infrastructure. Because ad hoc commands you can run if you want some specific information, if you want to reboot some server, but if you want to automate the things, automate the configuration in infrastructure, then you have to use salt states. They are similar to Ansible playbooks, but the the keyword used and the way of defining the things, that is a bit different. This is the syntax to execute salt state, salt SSH, target machines, salt dot option that may be ready, like if you want to run it or apply. State file. State file is basically, you can say, your playbook or the file where all the required target states are defined. In this demo, we will use etc salt master file, which is the default configuration file for salt master, and we will uncomment these lines: file root, base, and salt, srv salt. So what it means, friends, this is the root information where salt will check information. So I'm saying base, this is base is srv/salt. So whenever I run any salt state, then it will check information inside this directory. Let's say you got multiple environments in your setup. You got prod, you got dev, you got staging, you got some BT. Then you can create separate base files. So for example, you can create srv salt dev or srv salt prod or srv salt stage, depending upon your requirement. And you can keep configurations in different the base directories. And how we can make grouping of clients or minions of similar functionality. So for that, in your base, like this is base in our demos, srv salt, you can create one file called top.sls. SLS is extension for state file. Here you can define like base app star. It means any server which have prefix app. On that server, apply or run web server SLS. SLS is state. So I'm repeating, any server which is starting with app word, on that server apply this particular state. And for this demo purpose, I have written this particular state, srv salt web server.sls. In that I got, this is the comment section, this is comment. This is the way, like in Ansible, if you remember, you are giving name to a task, so you can say that's a name. I'm saying pkg is module, and I'm using its option installed, and packages, this particular package httpd, this need to be installed. Then next task, I got service.running. Here I'm saying name of service httpd enable true, which means this service need to be enabled for auto startup. And this is small demo, friends. You can use different modules. You can use user module, you can use disk module, you can use Amazon module, so to perform your desired actions. So this is only demo, so I have just listed simple things so you can easily understand it. And to apply that state, you have to run salt-ssh, then the server group where you want to execute that state. If you want to execute on all, you can simply say star, but it will only execute on the servers which are defined in top.sls file, as I mentioned before. Then your state name. So when specifying state name, no need to specify .sls. So if you remember here, if you see here, state name was web server.sls, but I'm saying web server here. Okay, let's begin technical session, friend, where I can give you demo on these states and how we can use these states quickly. Okay, I am on my master server. So first, let me show you etc salt master file. I'm just editing it. In this file, this is a file root. As I mentioned, this is root, and this is example here. As I mentioned, this is default one. If you go dev environment, you can create like dev, and this will be path. This is prod path. You can create multiple as per your requirement, but this is demo, so I'm just going to uncomment this one, this. So I got single base inside srv salt. So I am saving this file. Let me run ls-l to see whether this directory exists. Okay, so I have already created two files. One is top.sls. As I mentioned, this defines grouping of your servers. Let me show you content of this file. Sorry, let me cd to okay, these are the contents. So in base, I mentioned any server starting with app star, and apply web server state. So this is my web server state. Let me show you content of web server state now. I'm saying install this particular package httpd and service need to be running and enabled. So that's simple, friends. Okay, let's run this state on target machine. So I'm saying run this state on any server starting with app, and we go two servers, app server 1, app server 2. So this state will be applied to these servers. Pressing enter. Okay, command finished successfully. Let's run, let's go through app server 2. So this was the ID. If you see web stuff, this was the function which we used. Result is true, means successfully completed. This is the package installed. Next task was to enable the service. If you see here, it also finished true. It means that worked fine. And similar thing happened on other server, second server, and it is saying at the end success 2, failed 0, total state run 2. So that's good, friend. It means our state worked. So let's quickly have a look whether services started enabled by this particular state command. So what we can do here, I can say on this host run cmd.run and command, I'm saying rpm -q httpd because I instructed the state to install this package, and systemctl status httpd. So no need to define the servers because it will pick the servers from inventory this time for this SSH module. Okay, this is the output. That's good. If you see here, app server 1, this is the package rpm -q output, and this is the service status which is active and enabled. That's good. And similar on second server, package installed, service is active and enabled here. So that's good, friends. So it means we are able to use these states. Okay, let me show you one another thing. If you have to debug what state is doing, let's rerun the state which we executed a few minutes back with -l debug. Let's see what it is doing now.